Hello, ladies, and welcome to Marilyn's Jamberry Pampering event. Those of you who are watching the replay, I will put in the comments below when to fast forward to for the real good stuff. For those of you who are watching me live, I am just popping over to the other screen here to make sure nobody's having any trouble finding it. Let me go over to the party here. If you are watching live, you can interact with me by posting a comment, and I will be doing my very best to those comments. So if you're on your phone, you can swipe left or right, and it should give you an option for live chat. And if you are on your computer, it should be to the right-hand side of your screen. So I hope that everybody's having a great week. And those of you who are joining us from Marilyn's party, you know we had some technical difficulty yesterday with Facebook Live and got bumped off a couple of times. So we decided to reschedule for tonight. So to get to hang out with everyone, some of you 2 nights in a row, 2 days in a row. So let me just pop over here. Again, if you're watching on the replay, check the description or the comments and I'll let you know when to start the actual video. Don't want to waste your time. Time is precious. All right, looks like the links did not paste over. So let's go grab that link. Hi, Jillian. Awesome. Welcome to Facebook for YouTube Live. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and welcome to the Jamily. 2 months. That's awesome. I'm just popping the event or the YouTube stream link into the Facebook party so that the guests can catch up with us. All right, awesome. So that link did post over. Very good. Oh, Jillian says, thank you. I love that lipstick. Thank you. This is actually a Lip Sense color. My hostess tonight, Marilyn, is a Lip Sense distributor. And so I'm wearing one of my colors that I got from them. This one is called Plum. And it is perfect for all things Jamberry, just with the clear gloss on it. So let me send a message over to my hostess, make sure she's got the right link, and then we will get cracking. I am excited to share Jamberry with Marilyn's friends and anyone else who happens to be joining us tonight. I started with Jamberry 5 years ago. My initial reason for joining, my daughter was just almost 11 and she loved painting her nails and doing all kinds of fun designs and things like that. And she wanted to try Jamberry, so I was like, okay, fine, we'll try Jamberry. But if it doesn't work, we are not going to waste our money on it. If it does not last, like that lady says it's going to last, then we're not going to buy it. We're not going to sign up. And here I am. Well, I tried it. First set lasted 17 days. Nail wraps, which I don't have very many nail wraps on today. I'm going to be taking this manicure to this manicure on our live demo tonight. So my first full set of nail wraps lasted 17 days, and needless to say, we were hooked. We decided to sign up. I decided to sign up as a consultant to get the discount for my daughter and I, because she liked like at the time we had 150 designs, and she had about 75 of them on her wish list. So we signed up, and I told my husband, because I had done direct sales before and had gone really gung-ho and never gotten to where I wanted to be with it. Told my husband I'm not going to go crazy with it. And here I am 5 years later, around 10,000 team members, I think. An executive, lead executive, Founders Club member. I was able to retire my husband from his job. So needless to say, I've gone crazy with it. But it's the best jam life you ever dreamed of. So Jillian, who's watching us, who's been a consultant for 2 months, you just don't even know what you've gotten yourself into. It's an amazing thing. So welcome to the Jamily. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start our demonstration. For those who will jump in a little bit later, I will catch them up to speed, okay? So if you have any questions, pop them into the live chat. I am not able to see who is watching unless you post something in the comments in the live chat. So even if you just want to put in a smiley face or a thumbs up or something just to let me know that you're there, that helps me know who I'm talking to and not feel like I'm talking to myself. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, I love to see those because I'm a people person. So most of what I'm going to show you today is in this pretty little bag right here. It's like a little mystery bag. It's got the pretty Jamberry logo on it. It's a metal plate, and it's in a rose gold or copper with a matching zipper. Don't you just want to know what's inside? Oh my goodness, if I told you that everything that you need to do your nails and your feet and pamper yourself is inside this bag, would you believe me? Well, you should, because it's in here. So I'm going to open up my bag. It's like a little Pandora's box, and we will get started. Because I only have 2 hands, I'm going to set the bag down, though. So you'll just have to trust me that everything's inside of it. So very first thing I'm going to show you is our nail wrap. It's our flagship. Sorry for the wiggly. My family is all home tonight, so I've locked myself in my bedroom. It's my headboard behind me. So you can jam wherever you want to. You've even locked in your bedroom hiding from your children. So what am I looking for? Lost my train of thought. All right, so full sheet of wraps. That's what I was looking for. So your Jamberry is going to come to you in a little package like this. You'll be able to see your design through the clear window. On the back of every package are the instructions that I'm going to go over. So if you forget, it's right there. Also, the instructions are on my website, and you can search YouTube. It seems like everybody and their dog has a best way to put on Jamberry. So there's about a bajillion how-to videos out there on YouTube. I'm going to show you our standard application instruction. And then my job as a consultant is to help you wade through all of the different options that everybody thinks that they found the best way and really figure out a best way if you need it. 95% of my customers just go standard application, no issues whatsoever. And for that other 5%, you've got me. I'm here to help you troubleshoot, okay? So that sheet of wraps, this is our flagship product, what started the whole thing. As you can tell by the glare and reflection, this one is a metallic. It's a clear wrap with a metallic design. And so I'm taking that and putting it over a lacquer, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a little bit. So a full sheet of wraps comes with 18 strips in 10 different sizes. And as you can see from the one nail I've already done here, you're typically going to get 2 fingers out of each strip on the nail wrap. And that means you're going to get a manicure here, a manicure here, and then the pedicures, that's a different video, but it's super easy. You're going to get 2 pedicures here and then some accent nails. So I usually get 4 to 5 applications, 4 full manicure, 2 full manicures, 2 full pedicures, so 4 full applications, and then a couple of accent nails out of each sheet. Now, that is really good news, because if you like to save money or if you like to save time, you want to keep watching because Jamberry's for you. This sheet is $15, which just for one manicure is a good deal already, but to be able to get 2 manicures and 2 pedicures for $15 is just outstanding. Even our licensed designs like Marvel, Disney, collaborations that we do, even those are only about $18 a sheet. So even if you're just doing 1 manicure, it's still a great deal, but 4 applications, fantastic deal. And I'll tell you at the end how it gets even better, okay? So, basic application instructions. The first thing that you want to do with any kind of nail care application is prep. You want to prepare your nail. So, you want to clean the nail. You know, maybe I want to take this off. You want to use a nail lacquer remover. This was not in my bag, just fair disclosure. This was on my little tray. This is Jamberry's nail lacquer remover. It's non-acetone, which means it's not going to dry out your nails like some other products will. The other thing I love about this is it has this twisty cap, so it's locked. So it's got a pump. So you pump and then use your cotton ball to get your liquid and then lock it back up. So when you drop it in your purse or your pretty little marbly bag, it's not going to leak all over the place. I've carried this in a $250 designer bag, never leaked, never even thought about it leaking. I trust it. So the first thing you want to do is remove whatever is on your nail already. Here's a quick tip for you. Any kind of nail lacquer remover that has a color in it. The coloring here is not very good, so you can't really tell. This one has a very light pink tint to it. If your nail lacquer remover has a tint to it, that means it has conditioners in it. And whenever you clean the nail wrap or lacquer off of your nail, it leaves behind a conditioner, which is great for your nails, but it's bad for your next manicure. So we're going to get to that. All right, so you want to remove your polish. The next thing that you want to do is push back your cuticles. And I totally did not put my cute little set back together. I'll try and do it real quick here. This is one of my very favorite products. It is our professional toolkit, or a deluxe toolkit. And it's so cute when it's all together. So I'm going to just slip it in here real quick so you can see it cute before I use it. And to also make sure that nobody ran off with any of my pieces, because I have small people in my house and they tend to run off with my pieces sometimes. Okay, so this is our professional toolkit. It has this super cute little vegan leather outside in purple, and then you open it up, has a little magnetic snap, and it's got gray, kind of a suede fabric on the inside, and all of the tools that you need to do any kind of nail treatment. Now, if this is your first time doing Jamberry, you don't have to have this. This isn't a requirement. This is like the upgrade. This is the I'm worth it, okay? So I'm going to take this stainless steel cuticle spoon, and this is my favorite tool. This is also available separately if you don't want to do the whole kit. I do recommend that you get this stainless steel cuticle spoon. It's got a little dip, that's why it's a spoon, and it's got a really good weight to it. Hold it this way so you can see the different sizes. So it's got a little spoon on one end and a big spoon, excuse me, on the other. So if you watched part of the video last night, I talked about the importance of cleaning the cuticle. I got the hiccups. Cleaning the cuticle off of the nail. Basically, you want to go at a slight angle, and basically pushing back the cuticles is a misnomer. You really are cleaning the cuticle that you can't see off of the nail. All right, so that's when you want to use a cuticle spoon. As I showed you in the first part of the video last night, once you're finished with that, you've got this big white flaky mess on the back of your nails. So you need to clean it. That is where our nail prep cleanser comes in. Okay, it's the same convenient pump and twist top lid as the lacquer remover, but this is to clean the nail. Now remember, I said anything with a color to it has nail conditioners in it. So even if all you've done, maybe you're in a hurry and you're skipping pushing back the cuticles. I do that probably every other manicure, just to be honest. I don't always do it perfect. So every other manicure or so, I'm taking my lacquer or my nail wrap off. I still want to use this nail prep cleanser. So I'm going to do that right now. Now the awesome thing about this nail prep cleanser is it's not going to damage anything that's on your nails. So just gonna, long hair problems. So I'm just gonna give it 2 pumps and then lock it back up. And then take that nail prep cleanser and clean that nail. You want to clean it all around. This is where you want to get squeaky clean, especially the cuticle edge and all around the crevices, the end of it. And then just for good measure, I also clean the pads of my fingers, because you want to remove not only the dust from filing or pushing back the cuticle, but you also want to remove your nail oils, because oil is the enemy of adhesive, and our nail wraps have an adhesive on the back of them. All right, so the next thing you're going to need is your handy dandy mini heater. This was in the bag, just in case you were wondering. So we're going to take that and plug it in. The cord is detachable, so you can, wind it up and stick it in your bag. It just plugs in the back right here. And this has a little kickstand so that you can sit it up on a surface, and it's got an air vent on the bottom. I was trying to show you the button. So it has an air vent on the bottom. That's why you want the kickstand up. And then it has a little light on the back that tells you that it's on. Because it's so quiet, I don't know if you can even hear it on the video. It's so quiet, you'll forget that it's on. So, or you won't be able to tell that it's on. So that's why I always double check the light. Now, you don't have to have this, of course. You can use your blow dryer. You can use a candle. You can use your toaster oven or your microwave, the heater in your car, a cigarette lighter, there's all kinds of things I've heard that people used when they want to get their jam on and they don't have the mini heater. But really, girls, I mean, it's $19, totally worth it. It makes application much easier. If you're using a blow dryer, you're going to blow your stuff all over the place. And don't ask me how I know that, okay? Let's just leave it at that. A friend told me. We'll leave it at that. All right, so you can see here that I've already applied the nail wrap to this nail. So I've just cut the wrap to that approximate length. So I'm going to do that. Again, the scissors here are available in both our application kit and our deluxe toolkit. And to get that wrap off the sheet, remember it's adhesive and oil is the enemy of adhesive, so you want to avoid touching it as much as possible. So you can do it one of 2 ways. This is the Rolly method. So you just roll the sheet and roll that wrap right off of it. Or you can do the lazy method, which is what I usually do, and I cut the plastic. But there are people who are offended by cutting plastic. So then you want to hold the nail wrap by the cut edge. Now there are people who are way more talented than I am who use an orange stick to do this, or a pair of tweezers. I just have to use my fingers. So I cut that little part off and hold it by that part that's going to be filed off anyway. Then you want to heat up the adhesive, okay? Blow dryer, cigarette lighter, whatever you're using, mini heater, you want to heat it for about 5 seconds, or just until the wrap gets melty, soft, pliable, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't take very long. Oh, there you go. Did you see it curl up like that? Awesome. That's what you want. So then you're going to put the curved side. I'm not even going to try and do this backwards, but I'm going to show you what I would be trying to do. You put the curved side towards the cuticle edge, line it up, and press it down. So I'm going to actually do that, but where I can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, so I've got it basically where I want it, and it is just lightly pressed in place. See, it's not pressed down on the edges. It's just lightly pressed in place, okay? So what I want to do now is press it in place at the cuticle edge. And of course, you usually are not going to be doing this showing everybody, so it'll still be warm. In my case, I've got to warm it up again. So press it in place at the cuticle edge, and then pull it slightly straight out. That's going to press it in place down the center of the nail. Okay? Again, you probably are not going to have to reheat it because you won't be running your mouth a mile a minute like I am. So down the center, roll it down one side, and then roll it down the other side. Okay, so now you've got the nail wrap adhered all across the surface of the nail. And then I like to give it a little tug out and down. See how I'm doing that? Out and down a little bit, just to get it hugged really good to the end of the nail. Now trim the extra. You don't have to be real precise because we're going to use a nail file. So I'm just going to trim it close to the end of the nail. And I'm going to stick this part back on the sheet so that I can use it for a pedicure or an accent or something like that. Okay, so this is where we are. Now to get that extra off, we're just going to use a nail file. This comes in, this is a Janeberry nail file. This one's been used a couple of times. This comes in our standard application kit and basic bundle. It also, when you subscribe to Style Box, which is amazing, you get a fresh nail file and orange stick every single month in your Style Box, so you never have to go hunting for it. So once you've got the nail wrap on and it's cooled off, you want to just file off the extra. It's really simple, but there's one rule that you need to remember. Okay, I'm going to really exaggerate it for you so that you'll remember. You want to go straight down and then move the file, and then go straight down and then move the file, and then go straight down and repeat until the extra comes off. Now, I say it really crazy and exaggerated because I see people and they file up and down or side to side, and that's not going to help you, okay? So remember, one direction, straight down. And whenever you actually do it, this is what it looks like. So you can see if I've got any kind of an angle at all, it's just very slight, but for the most part, it's 90-degree angle. And I'll stop halfway through so you can see what it's doing. All right. So what that does is it breaks off the edge of the nail wrap right at the end. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, it's a little bit of a focus. Note to self, don't use metallics for demonstration in the future. Live and learn, right, ladies? Even after 5 years, you can teach an old dog new tricks. So it breaks the wrap off at the end of the nail. And that's all there is to it. It's not hard. You just file it right off until it's completely loose. Now, little corner edges, I like to run my file kind of along the side like this for those little pesky corners, especially if you have super short nails like I do. They're not always super short, but I've been really stressed out and I bit them. That's a terrible thing. You should never do that. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, there we go. So now I've got this beautiful little accent nail. If you're new to the world of nails, a nail in your manicure that's different from the rest of them is called an accent nail. It's a super easy way to jump into doing your nails something other than everything the same color. I like to do the accent nail on my ring finger. My daughter prefers her middle finger, although she's a teenage girl, so I'm sure that there's an ulterior motive for that. Excuse me. I like to do more than one accent nail. You can check out my manicures and my suggestions under the hashtag play with your jams, because I love mixing and matching, and I hardly ever have the same wrap on every finger just because life is too short. I'd never be able to wear all of the designs. So anyway, after you've filed off the excess, then you want to heat and press one more time just to make sure that you've got a really good watertight seal. Okay, so the heat and the pressure work together. Here's my little trick. I press it into the palm of my hand just like that. Okay, now you can also do the same thing. You can Google baggy method. This basically does the same thing, but it's great for us lazy folks that don't want to pull out a baggie and heat it up and do all of that. Basically, I'm just adding pressure all around the nail to make sure that that wrap is adhered and that it cools perfectly in place. So what do you think? Should I do another accent nail so that it matches this hand? Or should I leave it just with this? Give me your vote. Give me your ideas, okay? My husband's vote is like this. He doesn't like sparkles and glittery stuff, but I'm all about the bling. The more shiny, the better. Glitter is my favorite color, all of those things. So Jamboree's awesome for me. While you're voting, I want to tell you our special deal. So this one, if you get 4 sheets, if you purchase 3 sheets, Jamberry will send you a sheet for free. So instead of paying $60 for 4 designs, you only pay $45. Now that's US dollars. Any of our international sisters, check out my website and click on your country. It'll automatically convert it to your currency. But either way, it's buy 3, get 1 free. How awesome is that? So that means that your manicure, remember, 2 manicures, 2 pedicures out of 1 sheet. Math is not my strong suit, but I think that's somewhere in the neighborhood of $4 an application. Whenever you calculate in that extra free sheet, your cost per application goes down to about $3. Oh my goodness, the kids have found me. They're knocking on the door and saying, Mom. So if we cut to a commercial break in a minute, you'll know what happened. So buy 3, get 1 free. Now we have an amazing deal too that if you've never tried Jamberry before, this is what I actually recommend for all of my first time jammers, and that is our basic bundle. So basically you're going to get the mini heater, you're going to get the application kit with an adorable purple striped bag. I didn't grab that to hide in my bedroom. It was hubby. He was coming to get diapers and wipes. Yes, 1 diaper I didn't have to change. Thank you, Jamberry. All right. So basic bundle. You're going to get the mini heater. Mine has a wrap stuck to it. And it's stuck really well because, you know, Jamberry stays forever. Okay, so it's got a mini heater. It has our application kit and your choice of 4 sheets of wraps. Now, remember I told you 4 sheets of wraps by themselves are $45. The heater by itself is $19. The application kit by itself is $12.50, which is really a good deal. But in the basic bundle for $58.50, you're going to get all of that. So if this is your first time jamming, that's what I recommend. Okay, so let me check and see what people have voted. Glare from the monitor, yes. Jillian, I'll answer your question in just a minute. Okay, so Jillian is asking, what? Oh, sorry, my leg is falling asleep. I have to reposition. I wish I had one of those screens to cut to technical difficulties when I had to do that, but I'm I'm not savvy enough to do that. So Jillian's question is what to do if you get wrinkles on the tips or the edges. So that's a troubleshooting that I, usually do one-on-one with clients, but since it's just you and I right now, that counts as a one-on-one, right? So if you have wrinkles at the back of your nail or the side of your nails, I recommend that you size down. So for instance, in this sheet of wraps, I count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're using a 4, and you've got wrinkles all around the edges, go down to a 3. You want to embrace the gap. So somebody looking at your nail, I don't know if I can get it to focus in here. They might be able to see that little tiny gap where the stripe doesn't go all the way to the edge of the nail if they're looking really closely, and you might be able to tell. There's my Texas. You might be able to tell, but the average person looking at your manicure from the front isn't going to be able to see that. So I always recommend that you embrace the gap. Better to be too narrow than to be too wide. If yours are on the tips and the edges will be also helped by sizing down. And on the tip, that application that I showed you, by pressing it in place at the back and pulling out and down, that can really help with some of the little wrinkles on the tips. Chances are you have curvy nails or dome-shaped nails, and you should Google YouTube application methods for that. There's tons of ideas out there, but I found that unless you just have really curvy nails, that little stretch and pull out and down is enough to cause the wrap to kind of shrink wrap over the edge. So you like glitter. We're going to add some glitter with boy, that's not focusing in at all. Love Struck nail lacquer. This is one of my favorite top coats. So I used, for the base coat, I used vermilion, which is an orange red with a little hint of a gold shimmer to it. So it's not glimmery, it's not like a glitter, and it's not completely metallic, but it has just enough that it shimmers. It's really a beautiful color. So it doesn't really need glitter, but glitter. Jillian's asking, can you overheat the wraps? That is possible, and if you're worried about that, then I would try a cold application and then heat afterwards. And the purple cuticle pusher that comes in our application kit, this one here, this will be a really good friend to you. Also, the cuticle spoon, you can use this like a flat iron for your nails. Put it in front of that mini heater, heat it up for 10, 15, 20 seconds, as hot as you want it to be, and then use that to smooth and press out any ridges. And it's like a flat iron. It's awesome. So for glitter polish, if you want an opaque glitter like I've done here, where you can just barely see the color through, then here's the tip that I want to share with you. Whenever you pull your brush out of the bottle, you want to circle like this, and that's basically wiping all of the glitter that was on the stick onto the brush. And then I let it sit just like this, rested, tipped on the edge, and I let all the clear polish, the clear lacquer that is caught on the brush, I let as much of that as possible come off of the brush. Wiggle it back and forth, because we just mostly want the glitter, right? We don't want a whole bunch of other stuff for an opaque application. And then you want to put it on here first, and then so I know where I'm going. Then you want to dab, okay? Not like dab like the teenagers are dabbing, but you just want to dab rather than a stroke like whenever you're painting your nails. So I'm going to do it from this side so I can actually see where I'm dabbing. But especially with a chunky glitter, that's going to allow you to see where those chunks are going and move them around if you need to. All right, so here we go with one coat of Love Struck lacquer. I love it. I could stop there, but I mean, you can't have enough glitter, right? Our lacquers dry in about 4 minutes between coats. Now, glitter takes a little bit longer just because you've got a metallic flake, and that can cause the lacquer underneath it not to dry as quickly. So between coats of glitter top coat, I like to wait about 10 minutes or so. Oh, you're my kind of girl. You agree with me that you can't have enough glitter. So life is good. All right. So while we're waiting for that to dry, would you like to see what else is in my bag? I'm excited to share with you. We've got some new things that have just come out for this catalog. So even if you're an old jammer, maybe you haven't seen this yet. Let's see, what do I want to show you first? Hands or feet? Do you want to see hands or feet? Not my hands or feet, because I'm not showing you my feet on the video. That would be awkward. Jillian, you're in Houston near Sugarland. I'm in Little Elm near Dallas. And I know exactly where that is. I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital in Houston. Little fun fact about me. All right, so let's start. What's in the bag? Feet. Okay, we'll start with feet. So this bag actually comes with our brand new foot care set, which is amazing. If you want to pamper yourself or someone special, this is an incredible set to get. So it comes with this adorable bag, which let me show you without revealing the contents. It has this pretty, beautiful and soft, luxurious satin lining. And it holds a lot of stuff, which is amazing. So first in our foot care set is, I can't remember what it's actually called because I just call it Peppermint Goodness. Peppermint Foot Soak, all right? I know you totally can't read that label. And this is not smell-o-vision, but I'm going to smell it for you because I smell it every chance I get because it's awesome. Oh my gosh. It smells so good, you guys. I totally wish that you could smell this. So it's a really fine granule. Look at that awesomeness. Very, very light color, greenish blue. It doesn't have a lot of artificial, it doesn't have much, if anything, artificial in it. This has peppermint oil, of course. It has, let's see if I can read it with my bifocals. Nope, I can't read it in here. It's infused with peppermint and, all right, note to self, next time print out the sheet so I can actually read it. You're gonna have to just take my word on it. It smells amazing, but what do you do with it, okay? You can just sit around and smell it all day like I do, but what you really wanna do is put about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons into a foot tub with some nice hot water, swirl it around a little bit, and then soak your feet, your tired, hardworking feet, for as long as you possibly can, which in my house usually means about 12 minutes. The oldest one has found me, and he's tall enough to reach the key and unlock it himself. All right, so in my house, usually 12 minutes. I recommend 20 minutes if you can make it that long. If you can make it longer than that, then more power to you, girl. Soak your feet first. This is going to not only relax you, the peppermint aromatherapy is going to set your mind at ease and help you chill out, but it also is going to condition and sensitize, condition your feet and soften your skin. Now, the next thing that you want to do is renew. Totally is not focusing in. I'm gonna have to take this show back to my office next time, not hide in my room. So Renew is a scrub, and it smells pepperminty awesome too. I'm just going to show you, if I can, what this looks like. All right, so this is a sugar scrub. It is very, it's not a super abrasive scrub. Like, it is soft enough that I have used it on my hands, on my arms. It's really nice. So sometimes when you get a foot scrub, it's got super abrasive things in it. This does not. And it just smells amazing. It feels amazing. It cools and tingles on your skin, and that's going to help you slough off the dead skin. Once you've done that, you want first, after you soak your feet, you want to pat them dry. Then you want to use the scrub on dry skin, because it's going to last longer. It's going to be more effective that way. Any kind of sugar scrub is going to do better if you do it on dry skin, because sugar melts in water. So there's a little bonus for you. So you want to rub that all the way around. Even better, get someone else to rub it all the way around for you, and then rinse it off. Once you've rinsed it off and you've patted your feet dry, you don't want to rub them, you just want to pat them. Then Soothe is the last step in this pampering. And oh my goodness, you guys, this stuff is awesome. I went to Punta Cana. So here's just a little dabble do ya. This has a cooling effect. It is a super, super smooth lotion. It's non-greasy. It goes on your skin so amazing. It smells, I can't even describe how awesome it smells. It's like the lightest, softest mint. I can't even describe it. It's so amazing. You just have to get some and smell it. But here's the thing. I went to Punta Cana in at the beginning of April. I got to go for free because of January. Yay! So Jillian, you want to really work hard and earn that trip to Puerto Vallarta. There is no vacation like a free vacation. Hey, Marilyn, I'm so glad that you've been there and you figured out the chat. Awesome. So I went to Punta Cana on this amazing free vacation that I earned from Jamberry, and I got sunburned. And I didn't have any aloe or anything like that with me, but I had my Soothe with me. And I thought, hey, if it soothes tired feet and it cools tired feet, then it'll probably help a sunburn too. This is my bottle, my personal bottle. I slathered this stuff on several times a day when I had that sunburn. And it was amazing. It helped the sunburn go away really quickly, and it didn't even take up the whole bottle. I still have some. So I highly recommend all of this kit. Comes together in this great bag. It's just $50, which is a really great price point for a gift. Maybe you've got someone graduating. It's an excellent bridal shower gift. You know what else? Every bride needs something to pamper herself, and she's going to get enough lingerie to last her the rest of her life. But this she'll actually use. I mean, she'll probably use the lingerie too, but this will get used more often, at least in my experience of being married 21 years. What now? Oh, I was going to do one more coat. Marilyn, do you have any questions? I'm going to do one more coat of our lacquer. And again, just dab, dab, dab. And you can kind of push the lacquer up to the edges and around the corners so that you're getting those chunks of glitter exactly where you want them. And then the clear portion of this particular lacquer does have some sparkles in it too. So nothing's wasted. Plenty of sparkles. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. And now I have matching hands. for my sparkles. I love it. This particular design is one that I've been dying to try for a long time. It's way more simple than I normally do. If you look at that hashtag, you'll see that usually my manicures are really crazy. So this is way more simple than I normally do, but simple does not mean boring. I mean, this I could be ready to go to, if I were much younger, prom. I'm going to Las Vegas next month for my brother's wedding. This would be a great look for a wedding or any kind of a special occasion, or just Tuesday, because let's face it, sometimes you need a little something to get through Tuesday. One of the things that my husband told me after I started with Jamberry and started doing my nails all the time, because I had an excuse to be like, my family would be cleaning and I'd be like, oh, sorry, I have to do my nails for work. It's really important. Um, my husband said, it's so nice to have the old you back. And I thought, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the same person I've been since we got married. And he said, no, it is it's so much different because when you don't have your nails done, you hide your hands. You close your fists, you put your hands in your pocket, you cross your arms. Oh, I look like I dream of Genie there. And you don't talk with your hands. You're not as confident. You're not as outgoing. And when you have your nails done, it's like the old you is back. And so he was thinking back to when we first got married, whenever I went to the salon and I spent, well, back then it was only $30 every 2 weeks. I don't even know what it is now, to get my nails done. So he was actually the first one to notice that there was a change in me just from having cute nails. And now I can tell the difference. When I have naked nails, I'm sad. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. But when my nails are cute, even if I'm not wearing my lip scents, even if I don't have my eyebrow pencils on, I can leave the house in ponytail, sweatpants, but cute nails. And I'm thinking, I look pretty good today. Can't stop me. So if you need a pick-me-up, you need to do something for you, some me time, this is an excellent way to fit that into your schedule. And it's so easy to break it up. You can do nail prep one day and application the next day. If you are on a really tight schedule, or you've got people who will find you even when you lock yourself in your room, you can break it into small chunks. You don't have to sit down and spend 30 minutes at a time to do your nails. In fact, once you get really confident in your Jamberry application, you can put on a full set of nail wraps in about 15 minutes. I've actually timed myself because I'm a little competitive, and I'm down to 10 minutes and 13 seconds, which the first time took me about 45 minutes. And I thought, those ladies on the website are lying, or they're smoking crack, because there's no way you can put this on in 15 minutes. But everything gets better with time, right? Practice makes perfect. So what else is in my bag? It's still not empty, even though I had all of that awesome stuff I've already showed you. So the next thing that's in my bag is our Nourish hand cream. I don't know if I can get that to focus or not. You might have to take my word for it. It does say Nourish, and it's probably backwards for you. This is the most amazing hand cream. In fact, Prevention Magazine put out an article not too long ago about the 8 best things to buy from your friends who are selling stuff on Facebook, because, everybody's selling something on Facebook these days. The thing that from Jamberry that made the list was this, well, I'm sure that lots of things could have made the list, but this particular list was about lotions and potions. Our Nourish made the list. It is paraben-free, phthalate-free. It's infused with shea butter, hemp oil. I probably could read this one. Aloe leaf juice, I'm going to have to get longer arms. I'm like my dad. Anyway, it's infused with lots of great things, but the one thing that is really amazing is this is the only hand cream on the market that I have found that is infused with biotin. Biotin is a vitamin that helps your nails and your skin. It strengthens your nails. It moisturizes and nourishes, that's why it's called Nourish, nourishes your skin. So it actually promotes healthy hands. One of the things I love about Jamberry is we're not just about looking cute, because I mean, everybody wants to look cute, but we're also about healthy. Our nail wraps are non-toxic. It's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's latex-free. Our lacquers are 8-free. I'm still, they have found me. I'm still on a call, guys. You'll have to go talk to Dad, please, and close the door on your way out.
I already showed Dad this.
Okay, you can show me whenever I'm off my phone.
Mommy?
Both of you need to go back out and talk to Daddy, please.
Mommy.
Hashtag because of Jamberry. I do this work at home because of these kids.
Mommy, look.
What? I see. You're naked.
Yes.
Yeah. Go talk to Daddy. And your hair is wet. You both got out of the bath. That's awesome.
No,
Oh, you split. Did you have? Oh, you split your head open. Fantastic. Can you please go talk to Daddy about it? Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye. So fun being a mom. That was number 4 and number 5. We have 5 kiddos. And one of them was naked. Fun times. Okay, so anyway, Nourish infused with biotin. A little dab will do you, and I want to show you just what I mean. Okay, so like a pea-sized amount. Whenever I pass this out at parties, in-home parties, people always put too much on, and unless I show them this little demo. And that's a little lopsided pea. It's kind of squashed sideways, but it really is just a pea-sized amount. That's enough for a full hand, both hands, okay? You do more than that, you're going to be putting it on your elbows, on your knees, on your partner, on your next door neighbor, because a little goes a long way. It melts right into your into your hands. It's non-greasy, so you know, like, you're not going to have to chase things all over the house because they fell out of your hands. And it's going to last through, in my experience, it lasts me through 2 hand washings. So maybe you are a busy nurse who uses hand sanitizer all the time, or a teacher. This is amazing for anybody who is subjected to frequent hand sanitizer use. This is what I give every year for teacher gifts. End of the year teacher gifts, beginning of the year, there are the hiccups again, beginning of the year teacher gifts. This is an amazing thing to add to your list, to a little care package, because they go through so much hand sanitizer. This is going to replace that moisture that they're missing. Now this is our this is our $16 tube in a 4-ounce size. It's so popular that they released an 8-ounce size because people were going through it so quickly. The 8 ounce is just 25 bucks and will last, well, depending on how often you use it, but you can imagine a pea-sized amount, 8 ounces is going to last you a while. It's also available as part of a set called Indulgence. And just like the set I showed you for your feet, there's a set for your hands with a buff, and there's a monster on my screen. Okay, Daddy's calling you. Fun times. All right, so any questions, anything that you would like to know? I try to limit our live portion to about an hour because I know your time is so valuable, but I also want to be here for any questions that you have. Now, Marilyn, I know that she really was excited about our gel product, but because I've got a 30-minute demo that I just did on that, I'm not going to demo it tonight, but I'll drop that link into our event so that you can see how the gel system works. And one of the fun manicures that I did with that last week to do some really long, fun nails. But I'm not coordinated enough to actually do anything with really long nails. So unfortunately, they didn't I couldn't handle them for very long. So, typing like this and trying to do my phone like this, it just got old after about 3 minutes. So I took those off. Fortunately, with the tutorial that I shared, it was easy to remove them. So any questions, anything that I haven't covered or that I promised to tell you that I forgot about? Because y'all have to hold me to my promises. Sometimes I forget. I'm going to go through my little mental checklist. So we talked about the application kit and the heater and the wraps being buy 3 get 1 free. We talked about the basic bundle being available for $58.50, which includes those items. So the mini heater, application kit, and 4 wraps. $58.50. And then our professional toolkit or deluxe toolkit with its little closed carrying case is $40. I highly recommend that. It is one of my favorite items. And also, it makes a great gift. I mean, who doesn't need nail tools? And if you actually put them back in the little elastic, things don't fall out in your lap. So, little pro tip from Noelle. So that's $40. Our foot care kit with the adorable bag and all 3 pieces is $50. The Indulgence hand care set that we mentioned, you only saw the Nourish one item out of that, is $60. So if you are finding that your wish list is getting longer and longer and longer, and we haven't even talked about 400 different designs of wraps yet, oh my gosh, and like 50 different colors of lacquers and 40 different colors of gels, there's my Texas, gels. Your list is getting longer and longer and longer. I have some plans that can help you. So if that's you, if your list is longer than your wallet says you can do, talk to me. I've got some ways that I can hook you up and get you some free products, half-priced products, get you on some plans to get you a little bit at a time and get you fixed up with your Jamberry. So thanks so much for watching this live demo and interacting with me. It's always fun to share Jamberry and just have an excuse to lock myself in the bedroom for a little while. So I'm gonna go attend to Naked Boy and Cut on the Head Boy and Teenage Son and anyone else that has not been seen, because that probably means that they're up to no good. So thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. I will see you on Facebook. Good night, ladies.